So starting the interview process, got my application in with the resume, was able to get that in. That's obviously the easiest part, and then kept in email communication with them, which I found to be very critical, because depending on how formal, informal you are with your email, can kind of make or break their impression of you. So made sure to keep that as formal as I could going through the whole process. Then I had the phone interview, which another critical component, because even though you don't have the nerves of being face-to-face with somebody, you still have to be very aware of the inflection in your voice, how you're presenting yourself, being able to describe your resume, why you're interested in them. So a very critical part that I made sure to be very focused on, made sure to have my resume in front of me, their website, some questions ready for them. After that, kept in more email communication, and then eventually got the in-person interview. Got a tour of the facility at Digital Relevance. I was able to meet a lot of different people, and then interviewed 3 different people at their business. One of them being one of the founders, who's now the CEO. Interviewed several different people, from HR to a founder, which was obviously nerve-wracking, but at the same time, it's a good time to be able to get that relationship established, to be able to get that emotional rapport, answer the questions, made sure that I knew my resume so that I could answer any questions they threw my way, the behavioral questions, knew my weaknesses, everything I needed to know to make sure that I could get that established relationship and show them that I was eager to work at their company. From about start to finish, it took me around a month.
For course networking, it was more of I want to get to know you, because I started at a company that hadn't even had its first day of operations yet. So it was kind of open-ended. Let me see if we get along. Do you know what you're talking about? Do you have the initiative and drive to do what you need to do here? I got asked a question about my Six Sigma green belt, and to explain the process of improving processes, of course, and I got to explain DMAIC, which was really exciting.
To understand if I would be able to perform on the job, is they would ask me questions that I may have learned at Kelley, right? So they asked me finance questions, they asked me basic terms, basic balance sheet, income statement type of questions. How do they interact? How do they run together? So basic questions like that. Questions that I was definitely able to answer with my experience in the Kelley School business.
For my first internship at CK Franchising, there was 2 interviews. First, I interviewed with the gentleman I had met on the panel. We just kind of talked. He wanted to know more about me, what my interests were, etc. The second interview following was himself and his manager above him. And then it was just, your typical interview. And Allison Transmission was definitely my hardest interview so far. It was a 3.5-hour interview. I interviewed with 6 different people. Definitely behavioral questions. Be ready to have those. Practice interview questions with your friends, your family, if you have current coworkers, anything you can, because they will drill you up and down. More than my GPA, they always say, wow, you've got a lot of work experience. And that's what we talk about. That's what, for the most part, has gotten me progressively better internships.